In the late 2040s, the world was a place of stark contrasts, technological marvels against a backdrop of environmental decay. Climate change had reshaped the geopolitical landscape, leading to resource scarcity, territorial disputes, and a new kind of warfare. The Arctic had begun to melt, and with the melting exposed a wealth of resources that became a flashpoint for these tensions. The United States, Russia, China, Canada, India, Brazil, and the United Kingdom found themselves at the center of this unfolding conflict. President Monique Albright led an initiative in the United States to develop an advanced AI defense system named Liberty Shield, designed to protect its interests in the Arctic and support its allies, particularly Canada and the United Kingdom. Russia's AI system, Permafrost, was a marvel of military engineering, capable of operating in extreme cold conditions and coordinating unmanned submarines, drones, and autonomous vehicles. Its autonomous decision-making algorithm allowed it to engage targets without human intervention, violating the 2035 AI ethics doctrine. Military General Douglas Perry.
The doctrine was put in place for a reason. We came to a set agreement on the terms of the doctrine back in 2035 to prevent this very sort of thing. We knew that advanced technological weapons posed a serious security threat for the world at large. The Russians' breach of this agreement just set off a series of unfortunate consequences.
China, facing internal crises due to rising sea levels, developed Dragon's Breath, specialized in naval warfare and cyber operations. It could disrupt enemy communications and control stealth underwater drones, posing a significant threat in the South China Sea and beyond. The Battle of the Barents Sea became the war's most significant turning point. American, Canadian, and UK forces, alongside their AI systems, engaged with Russian permafrost units in a fierce battle for control over strategic Arctic water. The battle was marked by its intensity and the use of advanced technology. AI-driven submarines engaged in underwater combat, unseen but for the data streams flashing across military screens. In the skies, drones clashed in dogfights guided by algorithms. On the frigid sea, surface vessels exchanged fire. The battle took a dramatic turn when China's Dragon's Breath executed a cyber attack on the United States Liberty Shield, exploiting a previously unknown vulnerability. This caused a temporary disruption in the American AI system, leading to a series of misfires and confusion among the Allied forces. Recognizing the need for human intervention.
Once our systems were attacked, we made a critical decision that ultimately was the turning point in the war. We recognized a need for manual control and switched our systems from running autonomously to having dedicated teams working in real time to dictate the pace of attack.
American Admiral Jessica Lee made a critical decision to switch Liberty Shield to a manual assist mode, allowing for more direct human control of the systems. This swift action, combined with the resilience of the Allied forces, turned the tide of the battle. The Russian forces, over-reliant on permafrost, struggled to adapt to the dynamic change in tactics. The Battle of the Barents Sea ended with the strategic withdrawal of Russian forces, marking a significant victory for the US and its allies. However, the battle's aftermath raised serious questions about the reliance on AI in warfare and the vulnerabilities inherent in such systems. The destruction wrought by the war, particularly the heavy civilian casualties during the Battle of the Barents Sea, sparked massive global protests. Professor Ted Hartwell.
People around the world really hit the streets to let their voices be heard. Throughout the entire world and all over social media, we saw a level of public outcry that was impossible for world leaders to ignore. These messages were pretty much multifaceted. They mourned the loss of life and condemned the use of artificial intelligence in warfare. The demands were pretty simple, like ceasefire and a commitment to addressing the root causes of the war, climate change, and the ethics concerning the use of highly advanced technology in combat.
The war eventually concluded with the signing of the new Oslo Accords, reinforcing the AI ethics doctrine and establishing a comprehensive framework for international cooperation against climate change. The treaty marked a commitment to joint climate action and a re-evaluation of AI's role in military conflicts. In the aftermath, the world embarked on a mission of recovery and resilience. investments in sustainable development and green technologies surged. The scars of war and environmental neglect began to heal, giving way to a cautious optimism for a more united and sustainable future. Dr. Rebecca Peters.
World War III was certainly a war fought in the shadow of climate change and technological recklessness. It really served as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human innovation and ethical responsibility. It was a lesson in the dangers of ignoring international agreements and the power of collective action in the face of global threats. I was not just the end of conflict, but the beginning of a new era of international cooperation and understanding.
The war, with its stark lessons in the dangers of unchecked technological advancement and environmental neglect, became a catalyst for change. The world, having witnessed the potential for destruction, chose a path of unity and collective responsibility for the planet's future. As the years passed, the new Oslo Accords stood as a testament to humanity's ability to overcome its greatest challenges through cooperation and a shared vision for a sustainable future. The echoes of the war faded, but its lessons remained, guiding the world towards a more hopeful, resilient, and united existence.